The 18th of April 1942. The weekly patrol logs of U-96. Following a refit and resupply, U-96 is made ready to leave port. Our destination will be to travel to sector AB5 to AB9 in the North Atlantic and patrol for 2,000 kilometers inside our patrol zone. The BDU advised they may receive additional orders upon reaching the area. The anticipated number of vessels in the area is expected to be small. The patrol area between the Greenland Sea and Norwegian Sea is seeing increased military shipping to the USSR. It must be stopped to enable our troops to victory on the Eastern Front. The expectation of this patrol is to sink a minimum of 4,000 tons of merchant shipping. Welcome back everyone, we've made it to our patrol zone and we've just received a radio transmission from the BDU. So Bernard Weather is just decoding it now. So we've literally only been here for less than an hour in the patrol zone. So something must have come up. A message from BDU. U-1308 reported having sighted a small group of merchant ships, coordinates 6700 north, 343 east in grid AF271 on the 20th of April 1942. 21 hours Berlin time. Observation course is east-northeast and approximately speed is 9 knots. Available units should attempt to intercept. Further reports may be transmitted. Right, okay. We'll confirm that. We got a bit of a potential wolf pack, so there we go. So they're going east-northeast, which is like that. So if we plot a intercept course down here, UE-66 shipping transport, tiny group of one ship. Okay, well, if that's the important contact that the U-boat 1308 has spotted, then that's the one we'll go and check out if we can. So, so obviously east. So there's northeast. Northeast would be that way. So east-northeast will be like that, a shallower trajectory. So yeah, if we plot that hopefully there, we should be able to intercept them. Right, we'll leave our patrol zone temporarily just to check out whatever this is. Moments later, we've been heading south to do the intercept point, and the BDO has sent another transmission. This could be an update. So Bernard is just decoding it once again. Message from the BDU. U-1022 reports having sighted a small group of merchant ships in coordinates 6720 north, 413 east on the grid AF248 on the 21st of April 1942. 3 hours Berlin time. Observation course is east-northeast and approximate speed is 8 knots. Available units should attempt to intercept. Further reports may be transmitted. Okay, so they potentially slowed down. Okay, I think it's the same one.
Auf Seerohrtiefe.
There he is. Okay, it looks like a not Australian, but yeah, it's Canadian, isn't it? You can see the Union Jack, red flag, and it's got the shield. So it's Canadian, and it's an NA1 type freighter. There we go. We'll recognise that. Lovely. And we'll take her speed. So they had reports of doing 9 knots in the first report and 8 knots in the second report. So we give ourselves a little bit of a base to compare to once we do our quick test here. Seems to be steaming around quite fairly. 7 knots, okay. Okay, should we be worried? Possibly that we've got that wrong, but we'll do some more jiggery pokery soon. About 5,000 meters at the moment. Right. Okay, so it's 35 degrees angle of bow and 4,869 meters according to the hydrophone. Obviously, the STAD meter came out with 5,000, so it wasn't a million miles out. So we've set the speed on the TDC as well. That's all looking good. We've got the... we'll get that maybe slightly lower. And we're all ready to go. Okay, a little bit of time has passed now, and as you can see, she is setting straight in front of us, which is nice. Almost ready to fire. Let's get the torpedoes sorted. So we've got a T1 in tube 1, T3, a T5, ooh, and a T3. So if we go for magnetic T3. Oh, hang on, no, actually, let's use a T1. More simple. All we want is almost a simple setup. Draft is 3.49 meters, 3.5 meters. So if we set the so plug that one, and we'll set that 3.5 meters. There we go. Magnetic.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Fat settings. Turns left after 4,000 meters. Just in case. Right, let's get that locked on. One torpedo should be enough. Okay. How are we looking at? Almost ready to fire. We might as well fire early, and that will give us an option to fire a second if this one misses. So tube 1, fire.
Los!
And I'll just prep tube 3.
Bewässern.
Now I can go in as a impact, should we require it. Okay, that was successful. 1 hit, 1 sinking. We can stand tube 3 down, which is good. First kill of the day, fantastic. We'll report that back to the BDU, so no other U-boats need to worry about trying to chase that one down. Don't know what was so important about it. Maybe that is just that it's such a low volume of ships in this area that anything spotted is worth reporting in for one of the other U-boats to sink. So happy days. Right, we're going to head back north to our patrol zone and continue in that area until we've at least completed our 2,000 kilometers and hopefully spot some more targets in that area. I'll see you in a bit. Hi everyone, welcome back. Right, we've sent the reply to the BDU to say that we sunk that ship, and they in turn have just sent us another response from the BDU. Message: U-1308 reports having sighted a small group of merchant ships at coordinates 6784 north, 326 east in grid AF 241 on the 21st of the 4th, 1942, 11 hours Berlin time. Observed course is east-northeast and its approximate speed is 8 knots. Available units should attempt to intercept. Is this another one, or is that just an old report? Okay, let's have a look. No, look, there's another. There's more. Okay, we'll attempt to intercept all these U-96. Was this one convoy which has? Is it? Oh, I wonder if this is a convoy which has been attacked by the other U-boats, maybe 1308, and it's scattered slightly, and that's why we're getting dribs and drabs of them. So these tiny groups here, that don't ignore that. That is the life rafts and stuff. Nothing to worry about there. But yeah, we'll come up here. There's potentially 1 to 3 ships up there. So we'll, on the way up to our patrol zone, we'll see if we can see what's going on here as well. Just to let you know, the NA1 freighter had a rough gross registered tonnage of 2,233. I say rough, that's what it is exactly. Anyway, we're going to head up here and see what's happening over here now. And I'll bring you straight back. Okay, periscope up. Where are we looking? So we actually overshot them, so we've had to turn south. They got white flags at the moment. The sunlight is not being helpful to determine what that is. That's obviously got red flags, so that's an enemy. What is this thing in front? 2 ships, as I can tell. Just the 2. Another NA1 freighter. What is that? We'll lock onto it. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is there something in the corner? Well, who had Liberty ships? Let's be honest. Who had Liberty ships? It's not Canada. Finland's not going to have Liberty ships. Oh, they are. Okay, they are in this game. No, there's... Okay, that's starting to look like an American flag. But it's quite difficult with the sunlight, isn't it? I think you can just see the... I think it is, because you've got a little dark corner here, which I'm guessing is the stars. Yeah, I'm guessing it's the stars. And you just can't see the red stripes. So we're gonna plumb for American to begin with. And that'll give us an excuse to shoot it. That's my thinking anyway. No, it's actually a C3 freighter, isn't it? It's actually a C3 freighter, about 7,800 tons. Nice. Right, let's get its speed sorted. And I can convince myself more and more that looks like an American flag. Yeah, I think it's American. So, oh, no, don't do anything because it'll interrupt the actual search, won't it? So yeah, I reckon this must have been all part of a large convoy. And it's been attacked previously, and that's what's caused the scattering of the ships. So I wonder if there is a escort somewhere further back fighting a U-boat or a wolf pack or something. 7 knots. There we go. Boom. Recognized as American. Fantastic. They might have been there for a long time. I've only just noticed it. But yeah. Good. Right. Torpedo tube 1. Fire.
Los!
Tube 2. I'm going to flood at 2 meters depth.
Rohr 2, fertig.
Fire.
Los!
Hopefully 2 will be enough for that one. Then we can start looking at this one over here. So this is looks like probably a Canadian. I think the shield, or maybe it may not be on there, but we'll go with Canadian again. Oh, we'll go with British actually. Could be British, but that's an NA1. We'll recognise that. Speed between 7 knots as well. Okay, on this one it's 3,600 meters again, 7 knots, and a course of 36 degrees. Right, we'll fire a torpedo away at this one as well. Let's get this T3. 2 meters, perfect. And then torpedoes will be in the water. Fire 4. Good. So we got 1 torpedo heading for the NA1, 2 torpedoes heading for this C3 freighter, and confirmed American ship. Okay, we'll keep an eye on the larger vessel to begin with. They're the first 2 torpedoes. See a magnetic and an impact. Let's risk a little bit more height. Good hit with the... Well, that's got to be the impact one, hasn't it?
Schwere Schäden am Rumpf.
Serious damage. What about the magnetic? Has that gone under?
Feindliches Schiff wurde
Oh no.
getroffen.
Oh, it's just broken in 2. Goodness gracious me. Wow. Now, the NA1 is probably doing some evasive maneuvers. Yes, she is. Speeding up. Would it be enough to get away from our torpedo? Oh, he just snagged her on the rear. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, another good attack. I'm happy with that. And already the bow is lifting, isn't it? How's the C3? Oh, that's almost gone already. Look at that. Well, this is incredible. We haven't even finished our patrol, and the tonnage has already been completed. Yep, she looks in trouble as well. Fabulous. Okay, there we go. As the NA1 starts to buckle and slip beneath the waves, we're just surfacing the boat to go and help the survivors. Nice. Really quite pleased with how the attack has gone today so far. 3 ships sunk. Very efficient attack so far today. Right, has the C3 gone? Yeah, the C3's gone. Just life rafts everywhere. So we're going to give some assistance to these survivors. Pick a couple up who want to come up and give the others supplies and blankets to hopefully survive out here until they get picked up. And then we're going to head back north to our patrol zone and hopefully get that completed sometime today as well. Hi everyone, right, we're back in our patrol zone, and once again the BDU are sending us a message. U-322 reports having sighted a small group of merchant ships in coordinates 6448 north, 3AA east in the grid AF572 on the 24th of April 1942, 20 hours Berlin time, or 8 o'clock Berlin time. Observed course is north and approximate speed is 9 knots. Available units should attempt to intercept. Okay. Let's have a look where this is. Okay, here is this transport group. Right. Okay. They're coming north, so if we continue patrol up here, or maybe we should go into... Let's go intercept them, because they may come up and then turn east or west, so we could get that horribly wrong. So let's actually come over here, then head straight down, and see if we can intercept these UE-136. We're never going to get this patrol finished, you know. Never. Feels that way anyway. So here we are. We're still in our patrol zone, and the reason being we've had constant reports from U-322 on the course and speed and heading of the this small group. So if they're going to continue to go directly north, I thought we might as well finish off the patrol and get them to intercept point somewhere the patrol border. So that's what we're going to do. It's all looking good so far. We're going to continue to receive the reports from U-322, and hopefully they'll lead us straight into the intercept for these guys. Smoke on the horizon. There we go. And NA1 is among them. That looks like an oil tanker, doesn't it? Possibly, I'm not sure what that is. Another merchant vessel. Okay, so good stuff. Let's Is that a Portuguese flag? Difficult to tell. I have to get a little bit closer. As you can see, where are they? Here they are. There's 4 of them on the hydrophone, and they will be approximately 2,000 meters from us. So I'm going to creep a little bit further forward, just to get into a point-blank position. Then we can get some shots away at these ships. Okay, just looking at these ships now. That one's flying the Portuguese flag. That one looks like a British flag. British flag. Portuguese flag. So 2 Portuguese ships, 2 potential British ships. Now, just having a look. Start of the war in 1939, the Portuguese government announced that on the 1st of September that the 550-year-old Anglo-Portuguese alliance remained intact. But since the British did not seek Portuguese assistance, Portugal was free to remain neutral in the war and would do so. In an aide memoir of the 5th of September 1939, the British government confirmed the understanding. As Hitler's occupation swept across Europe, neutral Portugal became one of Europe's last escape routes Portugal was able to maintain its neutrality until 1944, when a military agreement was signed with the United States, giving them permission to establish a military base in Santa Maria in the Azores, and thus its status changed to non-belligerent in favour of the Allies. Right, so these are neutral ships for sure. We could maybe inspect them. That is not. The tanker is obviously going to be a nice target. So these two Portuguese ones, not going to worry about it here, but we'll start targeting the British ships, as we have full license to fire at them. Okay, so that looks like that merchant freighter, doesn't it? We'll get that recognised. We'll do the speed check. We'll do all the usual, and we'll get ready for the attack. We got our torpedoes warmed up. Oh, it won't let me check. We'll do our usual, and I'll bring you back when we're ready to attack. Okay, there she is. The War Krishna. Okay. We've got a Portuguese ship coming there, so what I might do is fire early at this one to make sure we don't accidentally cause a diplomatic incident by hitting a neutral ship, or perceived neutral ship at this point. So let's have a look. What is the length of that? It's 101 meters. Right, let's get this set to 101. I'll get to 100. That's fine. And we'll get two torpedoes, I think. Oh, we might as well get a magnetic one going. I do like the magnetic ones. They're working well for us. 7.5 meters. So, magnetic, 7.5 meters. And we'll get that one fired. And then I'll fire another one on the surface. Fire. And of course, for that, I do not need the length of the ship. I was going to fire a spread, and that's why I wanted that. And we'll fire the next one at 2.5 meters. And this is an impact fire. Nice. So we'll switch our attention to the tanker. Now this could be a difficult shot. We have to wait for this Portuguese ship to pass, which will mean most likely they will be alerted to our presence because the torpedoes would have already struck the other ship. Yes. Oh, hang on. Oh, freighters, oil tankers. Here we go. Is it? It's that, isn't it? It's an OI class, an OI class oil tanker. Let's recognise that. Now we'll put 6 knots in there because he's keeping up, and we'll work out the course and the distance once this Portuguese ship has passed or crossed our nose. But we'll keep an eye on this one to see how those torpedoes get on. Okay, those torpedoes have just sailed by just behind us, so we just adjusted the course. Fire. Okay, that means we've got nothing at the moment to fire at the tanker. But we've got a cold one in tube 4, I suppose. Okay, guys, I've got a bit of a panic going on. This torpedo is honed in on the neutral ship. We could be in a bit of trouble here. It was an acoustic one. I didn't pay too much attention when I fired it. So we might accidentally cause a diplomatic incident by hitting this Portuguese ship.
Feindliches Schiff wurde getroffen.
Bugger.
Feuer an Deck.
Oh,
Schwere
bugger.
Schäden am Rumpf.
Bugger. Oh no. We could be in serious trouble now. We could say that was somebody else. Now, interestingly, because I set the FAT system on those other two torpedoes, they've turned starboard and they're coming back. They're coming back to these two ships. So we'll interestingly, you watch, it'll hit this Portuguese ship now. Sod's law. But yeah, these two torpedoes are coming back into the fray, so that should be interesting. Oh, honestly, normally when we hit a single torpedo at the rearmost of the ship, it takes forever to sink. This one, it's going straight down. I love the detail on this ship, though. That is really quite nice. Sorry. Sorry, my Portuguese friends. I'm sorry. That was an accident. Shouldn't be sailing with some enemies. Meanwhile, these torpedoes have potentially No, they're turning again. Oh, they didn't quite get the tanker. Okay, let's see if we can get a tanker torpedo into this tanker then. So that's going to be 78. There we go. It's 1,200 and we get the speed there. Right, okay. Tube 4. It's going to be a cold one. Fire. Oh, I've been so good at ignoring that T5 torpedo for its acoustic homing capabilities, and then for whatever reason got rushed, fired it, and now we've got a diplomatic incident with this. It may be in a smuggler vessel, we may get extremely lucky, but who knows. Keeping an eye on this oil tanker now. Torpedo must be nearing the target. Good hits. Okay. We're back in the positive. Oh well, yeah. We're back in the good realms where we want to be, not causing diplomatic incidents. And that tanker looks like it's not long for this world. Get that. Oh yes, there we go. Oh yes. I think she's gone, or near to it anyway. So we've got tube 1 ready to go. Maybe we can have a quick shot of this one. Okay, that's all set. So torpedo tube 1. It's a T2 torpedo, so it's electric. It's not the best. As soon as you're ready, fire. Right. Still going. Oh, the fire at the front has been put out, but hopefully that fire at the rear will be too much. And our little Portuguese friend not looking happy at all. Right, if we can, we'll get up and inspect this one and maybe finish these two off with the deck gun. Is the name of the game. Okay, I'm just watching this torpedo. The ship is evading, so that torpedo is going to sail in front of the ship. So look at the smoke coming off that. Right, let's set that sail that way, surface the boat, let's man the deck gun and finish these two ships off. Some high explosives loaded. Try and get... Whoa! Yeah, we're trying to get a fire going. Crikey Moses. We certainly did that. Don't know what we hit. Whoa. Does the rear of the ship come off? No, it's still intact, isn't it? Goodness me. What have they got on that ship? Try and get the front part of the ship on fire as well. And the fire that I think the fires are struggling because the stern of the ship is actually sinking below the waves, isn't it? She's gone. Brilliant. Alright, let's turn back for the tanker. Okay, before we do that, we've got this Portuguese ship here, which I think we're going to inspect and see if we can make sure that they are indeed Portuguese. Freighter is unarmed and seems not to be escorted. While it sails under a neutral flag, ideally we should investigate. Let's send a delegation aboard. Okay, the captain of this freighter helps your crew to get on the deck and greets you, each member of your delegation, with a welcome, and introduces himself as Robert Stokes. That's a very Portuguese name, if ever I've heard one. He speaks Portuguese and knows only basics of German speech. Sadly, that turns out to be quite problematic. But, nevertheless, both parties manage to make somewhat of basic conversation. After exchanging pleasantries, he invites you to his private deckhouse. Will accept. Your officers sit with the captain in the ship's galley. After a small talk, the captain asks them to state what they need. Ask the captain for the shipping documents. You ask the captain for the documents, and he states what cargo is loaded into the ship and where out there are headed. He already prepared and hands them to you straight away. He's looking a bit nervous when you carefully analyse the documents. You can't decipher much of these documents, though, since they're written in Portuguese. You only manage to spot some references to about Leith, as though it's probably where they are being headed. If your interpretation is correct, this ship is not involved in the war effort, and sinking it could lead to a diplomatic incident. Okay, let's search the cargo hold. Okay, in the cargo hold once again. Their uncles marry girls from Hamburg. It's a trait. Let's view the transported goods. It's spare parts. Right. Okay. Meet the captain in the office. Let's return to our ship. It all looks good. Well, I'm not 100% convinced, but there's not much I can confirm. So let's go back and sink the oil tanker for good, and maybe see if we can rescue some of the guys from the stricken Portuguese ship, which must have been rammed by a British merchant ship. That's the only reason I can think of it sinking. Maybe hit a British mine. Certainly wasn't a German torpedo. Right, I've got a bit closer because it's just near enough impossible to hit. So. Sure what else we'd need to do to sink it. Putting loads of holes in it to let the water in, but that's literally it. There's not much left of it. That fire probably, it could be burning the oil, of course, which will keep it ignited for a bit longer. Trying to put a bit of damage on everything. You never know. The funnel might have been holding it up. Got her! Finally! Okay, good. 40 shells left. The oil tanker's gone. Right, let's go and check out that Portuguese ship who's making a runner even in a half-sunk status, and see what's going on over there. And let's inspect this. Oh no, she's rolling over. Oh no. Keep the engines going. Keep the engines going. This freighter is unarmed and seems not to be escorted. Well, sails under a neutral flag. Maybe not for much longer. Do we dare send a delegate aboard? We will. Let's
What do you need, officer?
Okay, let's do this quick. Your crew climbs onto the ship. Blah 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 blah. Welcomes by the captain. Doesn't speak German too well. Turns out to be quite problematic. Nevertheless, both parties managed to take somewhat basic conversation. Exchanging pleasantries. Let's go into the galley. Hopefully, it's drier in here. Find some papers, the shipping document he asks if you'd like to have a look. Yes. Looking a bit nervous. You can't decipher from, since it's all written in Portuguese, only managed to references to Leith. Now, Leith is in Scotland, isn't it? Or is it Scotland? Or is it? Yeah, it's Scotland. So it's probably where they are being headed at. They are being headed at. Okay, good. Great English. If your interpretation is correct, the ship is not involved. Yeah, but if they're going to Scotland... Scotland freighter? I've got a feeling these are smugglers, you know. Search the cargo hold. Here we go again. Hamburg ladies. First aid. Oh. Well, We'll let them go. We've already... Oh, I've got a funny feeling that they are enemy ships, or smugglers at least, but let's return to our ship. Well, the Portuguese ship, as we leave it, seems to have... situation seems to have got a little bit worse for her. Yeah, she sunk. Oh well. Let's get out of Dodge. Let's pretend we were never here, and maybe head back to base before anyone else reports this to the BDU. And look at that tonnage rock up. Oh, not too bad at all. 82,000 of the 100,000 we need in this Arctic Convoys goal. Campaign objective progress nicely. So, we sunk the Europa. Halifax to Murmansk with raw resources in the cargo holds. The ship's registered tonnage was 2,233 tons. Registered ship of Canada, good. The Empire Prince was sunk. Registered in the United Kingdom, carrying raw resources, Halifax to Murmansk once again. Gross registered tonnage was 2,243 tons. So those two were I guess were on those two what we thought might have been the same convoy which had scattered. So they certainly were heading from the same port to the same location. So probably our theory on that was correct. Meanwhile, War Krishna, which is the one that ran away, this ship was registered United Kingdom, was carrying oil from Portsmouth to Edinburgh. What the hell's it doing out here then? In the Norwegian Sea? Portsmouth to Edinburgh? Christ, they got lost, didn't they? Registered tonnage was 6,233 tons. The Oleander, the oil tanker, its gross registered tonnage was 9,574 tons. Transporting oil from Portsmouth to Edinburgh again. It was a UK ship. That's weird. Oh, okay. So did that not just... That didn't talk about the Samuel Livermore, the C3 freighter we sunk. The American one. I don't know why that would be. Yeah, Pearl Harbor's happened, doesn't it? That happened in December. This is April 42, so America should be in the war. Right? So I don't know why that didn't... Anyway, we didn't get a diplomatic incident around it. And no mention of the Portuguese ship, which is more important, I think. So, 8,000 monies reward, 33 reputation boost. Tonnage sunk 28,105 tons. 8 days, 13 hours at sea. Distance travelled 3,558.7 kilometres. The Europa NA1 freighter sunk for 2,233 tons. Samuel Livermore C3 sunk for 7,822 tons. Empire Prince NA1 2,243 tons. The War Krishna War Class tanker 6,233 tons. And the Olander Oi Class tanker for 9,574 tons. We completed the 2,000 kilometres inside our patrol zone. And we sunk more than the 4,000 required tonnage. All those U-boats spotted coordinates, that's good. So let's just have a look. Finished up our trial. I'm just going to reported that shipping performed a full inspection of the the first Portuguese ship, isn't it? Full inspection of the Musino, which was the one that sunk, and we didn't get any further reports of it. Brilliant. Okay, must have been some terrible accident at sea. These things happen. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Interesting one. Some good attacks. Some strange things at the end, but all in all, a good progress in our Arctic Convoy campaign, and more tonnage for the boys. So happy days all round. Thank you so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.